Well, I've already opened a beer, Luke, so... we can drink it or what?
Okay. Hold on. I'll start it now.
Okay.
I've always wanted to start it like with a different language if I knew a different language, but I don't know a different language.
Don't do an impression.
No? Guten Morgen, guten...
Good morning, good...
Good afternoon.
Good arc.
Good night. Buenos dias, buenos... They don't have a good afternoon in Spain.
Nah, because they're all asleep.
Racist.
How is that racist?
I don't know.
That's where the term siesta comes from, you fuck.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to another episode of A Glass Half Film, the weekly episodic podcast brought to you by myself, and I'm joined again by Sean Seymour.
Hello.
Hello, indeed. And this week we are joined by a third member to our team, just to like complete the Hanson vibe that we got going on in here.
Sure. I thought you said handsome.
No, Hanson, as in mbop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for. Stepping away from the, I suppose, the back room, the engine room that is A Glass Half Film, the production, the editing room, the social media engine behind it all. It's not really an engine, is it? Sorry, I'm really bigging him up. I'm sorry. Harry.
Hello.
Say hi.
So.
Oh, you did already. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hello, guys.
He literally just did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hello.
So Harry's here. Harry's joining us for this episode. Just to, I suppose he's going to be a bit of a fact checker for us as well, and join in with a bit of discussion this week, where we're going to be. We said last week we're going to be discussing some of the best of some films that were never made for one reason or another, and we'll delve into that, won't we?
Have a couple of good ones.
You got a couple of good ones.
Yes,
Ooh.
I think.
You think? Got to be sure of it. I told you, be damn sure.
But I don't want to say yes, and then you're like, those are shit.
I'd never say such a thing.
Okay.
I'd never.
Well, we'll see then, won't we?
It's all positive vibes from me. I'm the optimistic one. You know that.
Yes. True.
You sound so pessimistic already. And obviously, we're going to bring you the best of film and TV news from this week. And it's been quite a big week because it was the Super Bowl, which was full of trailers. So we'll delve into that. But yeah, first of all, I suppose we'll crack on with our first beverage, Sean.
Yes.
What do you have for us?
It's from the same people that gave you that sour beer.
Oh, excellent. I'm
Siren Craft Brew.
Understandably excited for this.
Oh, thank you, mate.
That's okay.
Harry's delving in as well.
Don't mind beer. I'll do it for the podcast.
There you go.
Absolute lad.
You can't be here and not really. Because we just get so fucking crazy.
Oh, mate.
Absolute lads.
I'm not sure if it says it's a pale ale, but I don't. It was sour last time and it was supposed to be a pale ale. This doesn't look like a sour.
It doesn't smell like a sour. It does smell like a sour. You're not saying anything, are
I
you?
don't think it is.
Hey,
I don't think
okay.
It's an oatmeal pale ale. It's quite
Hey,
nice.
I'll take that. I'll give them that. I'll give old Siren Craft a pat on the back. Metaphorically speaking, I can't do that right now, Sean. They're not in the room.
It's part ale, part oats, and part caramel barley.
Which I'm into. I love oats.
That sounds quite good. It does taste quite nice. What do you think, Harry? You nice? Are you okay?
The bottle's nice. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It's quite a nice name.
You're not a fan of beer, though, are you?
No, it's all right. It's fine. As far as beers go,
Sweet.
It's a beer. It'll do.
There you go.
For more of Harry's in-depth descriptions and reviews on beer, you can follow us at Glass Half Film on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you got Snapchat sorted yet, Sean?
Sorted, yeah, like we've already discussed.
Well, we discussed it many a time. The filters, everything. I told you, it's the future of social media.
Yeah, but
Nah, mate.
I don't know about Snapchat.
It's not.
No.
What if you get drunk and send
Alexa
dick pics?
skills. There you go.
Sorry.
What's up? We want to tap into that.
What's it called?
You know, Alexa, Amazon Echo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, get involved in that.
Okay.
How?
Yeah, don't you worry about that.
Yeah. No. Snapchat's not a go.
Fair enough. We won't go for Snapchat. Fine. We'll stick with the Instagram.
Snapchat's going down, isn't it? Surely.
And I can't imagine people, because you can get all the filters on Instagram these days. And besides, who really wants to see us just fucking...
Who knows?
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Anyway,
that's the end of social media chat. That was a nice beer. Siren Craft Brew. What's it called again? Sorry.
It's called Undercurrent.
And obviously, we'll be putting up We'll be putting up all our beers onto Facebook as well, so you guys can try them out. And obviously, as stated, we get these ales and brews from Brewdog in Southampton from Jimmy and the team. So thank you, Jimmy and the team, yet again this week.
Yes.
So we're going to delve into a bit of film news this week. As I mentioned, it was the Super Bowl this week. I'm not going to do the over-the-top American accent again on that side of things. I thought it was racist. You know me, I'm not racist. And I just want to drill that point home after last week's Gary Coleman, not Oldman, mishap. And
you wouldn't have got Gary Oldman mixed up. He's white.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
So you would have known, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't have known you. I mean, no, I'm not saying that because he's white. So let's just backtrack there, Sean and Harry. Just don't back me into a corner. But anyways, actually, first things first, there's something I did want to mention last week. Remember we said about some of the mistakes we had in the week before? We toned it down this week, Sean. Don't look at me with those eyes. It's fine. We toned down the mistakes last week.
But you're saying tone down the mistakes like we meant to do them the first time.
Did we?
Oh, yeah,
Who knows?
we toned them down this week.
Who knows?
Just in case you got annoyed with them.
It might have been. We might have been like those directors that put in mistakes to like tease the fans. Like, oh, did you pick up on it? But no one picked up on it.
I don't think it's ever to tease the fans. I think it's a mistake.
But someone did pick up on this one. It was the fact that Catch Me If You Can was actually Spielberg.
Ha ha! So I was right.
Yeah, okay. But then you changed your mind.
Think it was?
It's Scorsese.
Sure. Wait, it's Leo, right?
Yeah. So, but
easy mistake. I'll give you that.
Because I said Spielberg should have been up for an award for Catch Me If You Can, and then you said,
"Is it Scorsese?"
It
is Scorsese. I said.
So by toning down the mistakes, you mean your own?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I want to apologise for that one, but that was just the one mistake. So let me off.
No.
Okay, fine. Let's delve into the news for the week. No jingles.
No.
Okay.
You're shit at them.
Okay, fine. First things first. I want to go into the trailer side of things because that took up a lot of the news.
You don't want to go into the game side of thing, no?
The what?
You don't want to go into the games.
Nah, Philadelphia Eagles did win.
Yeah.
They did a few touchdowns.
That's good. Right,
yeah, they did. It's good. It's good for the game of American football, I believe. They've never won it before, whereas the New England Patriots have been dominating the sport for a number of years now, with Tom Brady obviously leading the way.
I don't think you're actually going to go through with it, so just go straight with the trailers.
I'm just saying I can if you want me to. I'm like Rain Man. This knowledge is in there somewhere.
Yeah, fine.
J obviously representing the British contingent in the NFL for the first time in a long time. Okay.
That was great.
Check him out with the pronunciations. Ajayi.
That's his name.
I think you'll find.
Yeah, basically.
I think one of the guy's name is Ajayi.
It is, isn't it?
Okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, Super Bowl. Obviously, everyone was looking forward to the halftime side of things because everyone loves Justin Timberlake. No, everyone was looking forward to the trailers and the adverts. The trailers we were given. There were a few, but my three picks from Super Bowl were the first things first. The Solo teaser trailer, which obviously led to the Solo trailer. So let's just drop things. Let's go straight in with the fact that Solo, the film, obviously, that's gone through so many hiccups throughout production from the word go, with the guys who were directing the Lego movie. Was it Miller and someone? I forget. Miller and Lord?
I don't know.
I think that's their name. Fact check it for us, Harry. Here we go. News good for something. Miller and Lord. I think it's Miller and Lord, by the way. So, but you know me. I'm
first name. There's a second name.
Second names, yeah. I only deal in second names.
Well, it's Lord Miller.
Lord Miller. So those guys were directing it. Then they were dropped for some reason or another, and Ron Howard was brought on board. There's rumors of. Have I got it wrong?
No. I'm just thinking like, what could go wrong? You know, like.
Yeah. Apparently, it's to do with him. He can't act.
And obviously, the main actor who plays Han Solo can't act.
And he dobbed in the directors. Really? Yeah, said they were making him do too much improv, and obviously he could barely act. Yeah. So he probably couldn't do a lot of stuff on the spot. He was probably a bit embarrassed.
I mean, if the trailers anything go off, it doesn't look good at all.
No. Well, we're going to go into that. First of all, we hit him with the teaser trailer. As we said last week, you've got to have a teaser for the trailer, which everyone loves to do these days, and then for the official trailer and blah blah blah.
Wasn't it a teaser for a teaser?
I think there was a teaser for the
Oh,
teaser.
yeah,
Yes, because it was a teaser at the Super Bowl for the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
That is what they said it was. Now and then, obviously, probably in a month's time, we will finally have the official trailer.
Will there be a teaser for that?
Well, probably.
I hope so.
I hope so.
A lot of teasing going on.
TV spots.
Tease City. But yes, Solo, the trailer did come out. And Sean, I'm going to go straight to you for your thoughts. Go.
It looks dumb.
Okay, and that signs things off quite nicely for us.
I mean, it looks visually, it looks great, but I think visually they couldn't go wrong. Like, it was always going to look that way. Like, Star Wars films kind of look of that, like, since they come back like Rogue, it looks like Rogue One looked, which is great, but Rogue One had new characters.
Well, it seems to be taking, it's trying to take some sort of a comedic route with it as well. There's some cheesy lines in it as well, with him repeating the line that he says a line. I forget the line that he says in the trailer.
Got a bad feeling about this?
No, it's not. I got a bad feeling about this. It's something similar to that, which he does say in Star Wars, and it's like.
The thing that annoys me is with that, it's the reason why they took the other directors off was because apparently they were making it too funny and the improv stuff and everything. So it's like, but they've ended up trying to be funny with the trailer. So it's like, well, if you may as well have just kept the other guys on.
I still think.
Why is Ron Howard such a dead cert? The last film he did was like Inferno.
Well, I think that goes to prove that maybe the guys, Miller and Lord, will fact check that.
Phil Miller. I had it up and I closed it because I was like, yeah, that's
never close it, mate.
Phil Lord and Christopher Miller.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
we're on a roll.
No one's going to correct you on that.
A roll.
Yeah, I got 1 out of 1. So, but yeah, those guys. I think that did go to prove that the trailer those guys, more of it has been kept in than we thought.
Yeah, but that's mental as well because they did months of reshoots.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to. The thing is, I don't want to be this way.
It still could be a really good film.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm holding out hope for that, but
it won't be. But,
no, it will be fucking awful.
Yeah,
and like even Chewie looks weird.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's because they've made his like hair lighter.
They try to make him smaller.
Yeah, I don't younger. And then Sam said today that
Sam from the docks.
He's supposed to be 18.
18, yeah.
And
the guy's not 18
The guy's like 30.
Who is?
So Han Solo apparently in the movie is supposed to be 18.
But the actor who plays him is like 30.
Right.
So, and then my argument would have been get someone who's 18 to do it, and then I probably would have been a bit more on board with it. But
how old is he in A New Hope?
He's got to be like 25 or something, can he?
Right.
Like late 20s.
So it's not even that.
No, it's not that far.
No. So does it warrant?
Because if the Empire are trying to find pilots and stuff, it can't be that far until New Hope starts.
Other bits taken away from the trailer then. So we've obviously got Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover.
Isn't it the other way around? It's Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino.
Nah, I think his true name is Childish Gambino.
First, we'll christen this.
Do you want me to fact check that?
Yeah. Little baby Childish.
First name Childish, last name Gambino. Son of adultish Gambino. Dad joke.
Well done.
Thank you. Obviously, he was Lando Calrissian in the trailer. And, I mean, I just wanted to see more of him. They should just go for Lando, the film.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, at the same time, it's not that far until...
Do you just think this whole film is going to revolve around how Han Solo
got the Millennium Falcon
off Lando in a game of...
Chase.
Yeah.
I couldn't be fucked with that. I don't care. Like, I just think if they're going to put that much money and that much effort into a movie that looks visually this good, it could have been about something totally different. So I don't understand.
And we might finally experience and see the classic Han Solo Millennium Falcon Kessel Run. Kessler Run. What is it he calls it?
Kessel Run.
Yeah, I think that's what maybe.
Yeah, which is I'm sure will be visually great to look at. But...
Well, I think that's our view on the Solo trailer anyway. I think any of us are really that up for it anyway, were we? And we're not holding up that much hope. But
which maybe it's saving because I didn't think Rogue One was going to be good.
Yeah,
and it was.
And we all thought Last Jedi was going to be the fucking best thing,
and it was shit. So maybe
was it? I don't know what you mean.
We've got it all backwards. Hopefully,
this could really surprise us.
Yeah. Which I'm up for. So
who knows? But obviously, just to kind of continue on with the Star Wars news. there was some Star Wars news that dropped today of the Game of Thrones creators are going to be on board with the new Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, no, but not
a new Star Wars trilogy.
So it's not.
So this is not the Rian Johnson Star Wars trilogy. This is not the current Star Wars trilogy. This is another Star Wars trilogy that will not be related to the Rian Johnson or the current Star Wars trilogy.
Yep.
Wow. There's a lot of trilogies.
It's a TV show.
No, I believe it's a
Really?
trilogy. It's a film series.
I thought it was.
Fact check it.
I'm pretty sure it's something to do with like their new streaming thing, but maybe I'm way off.
Fact check it.
Right.
I'd prefer it to be a TV show.
So would I.
And like the make it, because me and Harry spoke about it earlier about the making it quite dark.
Yeah.
And a bit like Game of Thrones is like how violent and stuff it is.
Well,
you can go that way, and because they're obviously proven
with incest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And shock deaths.
Is Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots of incest.
Lots of incest.
But I just think if they're obviously good storytellers on TV, like what they did on TV with Game of Thrones without money and what they're doing with money is good. So like, I'd have hope for that. Even a trilogy, I'd be on board for. I'd have a new hope for that.
A new hope. Maybe that'll be the first one.
The
trilogy
2.
I just hate the fact that they're just giving trilogies out to everyone like it's a party bag.
But I don't know. I just think they're panicking more than anything.
Panicking Skywalker.
Fucking
hell.
Oh, come on, that's a good one. Surely, no. Shout out to my friend Alex. That was his nickname because he really panicked because he was unsure if he got his what's the ESTA? Is that the American visa you need to get? That he didn't get his ESTA in time for his trip to New York once. So 45 minutes before
visa
takeoff
for New York.
Yeah, we have to get an ESTA, which is like a visa for a certain amount of time. I think it's 18 months or a year. And he didn't get his in time 45 minutes before the flight, then had to get it sorted. But he was panicking around the airport and was therefore nicknamed Panicking Skywalker. So
good.
Dad jokes at the age of 20.
Good.
Yeah. But yes, everyone's just getting a trilogy.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah. Oversaturation of the Star Wars product?
Yes.
We thought so already, and we're being proven.
It is a movie trilogy.
Okay.
That's what it says.
That's just
which is nuts.
For a
it
10.
is.
Like, where's this all gonna tie in?
It's not. Apparently, it's gonna.
No, but like when so it's gonna get to a point when it's 2 a year, right? 2 Star Wars. They're gonna go full Marvel on it.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And then with the TV shows.
Yeah.
The thing is, it just screams they will do anything. They're just like it's a free for all at the moment. I think they probably went up and went, "We got an idea for a trilogy," and then they've just gone.
Well, I saw something pointed out in the trailer as well, and it's going back to your point of just Disney want to do as much as they can to make as much from Star Wars as possible. Is the fact that with Chewbacca in the trailer, if you noticed, instead of having the one sort of thing that he's got over his shoulder and his chest, he's got 2. So if you're a kid who's got his Chewbacca toy, you're thinking, my one's outdated. I need the new one, Mum.
With 2 sashes.
Yeah, well, he's got 2 sashes. He won Miss World twice.
Yeah.
That's Miss Wookiee.
So there we go. So that was the solo Star Wars trailers there. Let's hope things get more optimistic from this point in. The next one was the Jurassic World trailer, a bit longer this time. We properly had to sit down and watch this when it did first come out, and
looks all right.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Sorry,
I think it looks like there's a small Abdominus Rex.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's what they were saying that they wanted to do in the first one.
So we're now seeing, obviously following on from the first trailer, we're now seeing more of the dinosaurs in, I suppose, the Western culture in terms of they are in human surroundings.
I think it will be fine.
Yeah,
I think Jurassic World was amazing, but I like the franchise, so I'm on board.
I did jump at one part of the trailer at the end.
Yeah,
dinosaur coming out of nowhere,
and like that, it's basically
always going to get me.
It's going to be in Abdominus Rex. It's going to be in whatever it's called. It's going to be one of them that can fit through a door, so it's going to be like scary because there's going to probably be loads of them in there. But...
T-1000 Rex.
Yes,
nice.
That would be nice.
That would be, wouldn't it?
Made of metal.
Yeah, what a mix-up of a film that would be.
I don't want to know. T-1000 versus Jason. It's just something totally different.
Something totally different. We might go into that in the films that were never made. Who knows? And so thoughts on that one? Pleasantly, kind of, perhaps more. I mean, I'm more optimistic
If
than the Solo film.
Yeah, if it didn't come out, I probably wouldn't care, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't hold up any hope for it being amazing.
No. But in that, the next trailer that came out was and this was a really interesting one. This was a trailer that dropped at Super Bowl for the Cloverfield Paradox, which is a somewhat sequel to the Cloverfield films, or Cloverfield franchise now, as it's perhaps being called in the universe of Cloverfield films. A trailer that dropped. We knew that there was a Cloverfield that was going to be coming out at some point. We didn't know too much about it, if it was going to be coming out at any kind of point. I don't think we knew too much on dates. The trailer came out, and then at the end of the trailer, it said out now on Netflix.
Yeah, it was like out after the game.
Yeah,
the future.
Yeah, which is the future. Yeah, I mean, Harry, you've been a huge advocate of Netflix.
Yeah,
really
I think it's
flexing their muscle in the market.
Just for that sort of thing, it's nuts. You know, they can get away with it. And I said, Sean, even if the film's shit, who cares? You know, like you won't come out of cinema disappointed. You'll just be like, oh, I'll just put something else on.
Yeah, I didn't pay money to watch it. There was a $7.99 subscription to it, and that was it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sort of.
When I watched it,
you watched it?
I did watch it. I watched the Cloverfield Paradox. I couldn't. I thought, why not? You know, Monday night I watched it, and I thought the main thing, like you said, the way they dropped it reeled me in.
Sure.
And I hadn't even seen 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That's really good as well.
Yeah, you've said you really referred that to me.
Really,
so I watched this one. You don't need to have watched 10 Cloverfield Lane. Apparently,
is it a prequel?
It ties in. It ties in essentially.
It's after the thing lands on Earth.
So this takes place on the spaceship this takes place on a spaceship that is leaving Earth, and it gives you a bit more backstory to it, where it's like bad things are happening to the Earth for some reason. It's all to do with like fossil fuels and oils and etc. Blah 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 blah. And it does a whole thing of like a sci-fi or a kind of substandard sci-fi film of giving you an explanation of a talking head on a screen on a news night thing. It's actually Harvey from Gotham.
Okay, Harvey Bullock.
Yeah, he's the guy that's talking, and he's talking about his book called The Cloverfield Paradox, and he's basically saying blah blah blah. If they go out into space, then and they use this Cloverfield thing, then blah blah blah. Then they can obviously a tech something will go into a something, and then a something and new dimensions and something, and you're going, okay, kind of got it. I don't know. Maybe. So you're kind of
following anything like you just described, I don't reckon I'll get it.
No, but you're kind of following it, and you're like, yeah, bits and pieces, blah blah blah. It follows the same trope though of you just a kind of a bit of a thriller type thing. Is it like space. Alien? Yeah, you've got obviously a woman who,
but more like Life, which came out with Jake Gyllenhaal last year. Apparently, that's a bit like Alien, but not very good.
Yeah, and it's got the main heroine in it is a woman who is got flashbacks to her children on Earth, or her children that spoiler alert, they're dead. So she's pining after that in the same way that Sandra Bullock did in.
Look, if you're spoiling things again,
I'm not spoiling it.
You just said spoiler alert.
It's not really a spoiler. That goes on at the first 15 minutes of the film.
No one gives a shit about Cloverfield, realistically. Like the lore and
Harry's had a beer. Harry's had a beer.
No one gives a fuck. No, but
today I don't know.
No, and I think it was more interesting the first one when you didn't know anything about it. And I think they've gone probably, and the good thing about 10 Cloverfield Lane is that you don't know anything about it. Like when it's all happening within this house and you have no idea what's happening really.
Yeah.
And then the end I think kind of ruins it because
it ties things up anyway, and at the end you see that whatever, I'm not going to give it away. Cloverfield.
I'm going to give the end away.
Is there? I mean it kind of was a mess of a film.
Did you enjoy it though?
I had anticipation for it due to the way they released it, and then I watched it and was like,
fell a bit flat.
Yeah, it fell a bit flat.
But I think in that sense that rollout worked well, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So they're probably just testing it for like future releases.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because there's a lot of stuff that's coming out on Netflix that I swear has been
a lot of films, right?
Yeah, that are either being filmed or have done filming. So I'm assuming they're going to just be like, by the way, this is the new Pacino one.
Yeah.
Because I swear that for a couple of years now, people have been talking about that film being made. So I'm assuming it's probably done.
Well, with the next, just to tie things up with the Super Bowl, something I did want to mention, which I thought was great about the Super Bowl, and I don't know if you guys saw it, a bit of a side note, was the fact that the It's Always Sunny cast were there.
I did see that.
You did see that, did
Yeah.
you?
You just
Which was
want to.
great. I
You
was
just
really
want to
happy for
mention
that.
it, don't you?
I just want to mention it was great. I just thought the gang going to the Super Bowl was great.
Yeah, and it had the little the video with then.
Oh, did you see the?
Yeah, with
some of
the
the
gang
video
goes to
footage.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
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 So, I've been watching that recently. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
it.
Good man. Good man.
It's funny. It's
Good.
good. But I feel like I do have to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't. It's like Friends I can put on, drifting in and out. But
Yeah,
I feel
but
like
you've
if I
watched-
miss like a bit of the, I'm like, it's kind of a running. The jokes kind of run through it.
They
do you know what
do.
I mean? Which is
They
not a
do.
bad thing. I just mean like, I find myself I can't get anything done because I just end up watching it. Do you know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I like it though. It's good.
We'll check in on your It's Always Sunny updates. Final bit of actually no, chuck this one in there. The next trailer that dropped today, Deadpool 2.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it.
I started to watch it.
You started to watch it and you
Can
haven't
watch it
watched it.
now.
You can watch it now. Watch it now.
Put it on
Sean.
your TV.
Go on then. We're gonna watch it now and we'll come back to you.
That was a trailer.
That was in fact a trailer.
And back in the room. So there we go. The trailer, the official trailer, Meet Cable, I think it's called, for Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Like that one, did you?
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's
So-
good. I like the CGI gaff.
Yeah. So
goose.
first, yeah.
Few goose,
Few
few
goose, few
gaffs.
gas, yeah.
It's quite smart, really.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
So it starts off giving us a quite serious trailer for a superhero film, kind of run down. I've seen war, and what's the most pain you've ever felt? And then cuts in, obviously breaking the fourth wall, Deadpool style.
yeah,
Gives us the CGI joke, like you said there. How hard is it to give someone a metal arm? It's not like you're CGIing a mustache.
yeah.
Quite an obvious dig at the DC.
Justice League,
yeah, the
Ugh.
Justice League. Oh, sorry, Batman v. No, Justice League.
Justice League. Yeah.
I'm so confused with those films. The
So is everyone
reshooting.
else.
Yeah, the reshooting they had to do with Henry Cavill's mustache. So and then obviously we had a bit of, as you said, bit of comedic value in there for Deadpool playing out a scene with him and Cable. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it looks good. It's very much more of the same, just with more money.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's the same budget.
Same budget.
Yeah, because the director wanted more money
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
we said
first
this
one.
before, didn't
Yeah,
we?
and then instead of that, he was like, "Well, fine, we'll get rid of this director and we'll get someone else in who can do it at the same budget as the first one." So it keeps the same kind of feel to it.
All
Which I
right,
think
that's
makes
why I did
sense.
that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, but it looks like it's got more money, but that's just because of stuff in the future.
Yeah.
But it looked. Yeah, I'm up for it. It looks good.
I'm up for it. Yeah. Did you notice at the end there the potential X-Force
Yes.
in the cockpit? Well, at the end of the plane.
At
Yeah.
the plane, yeah.
Potential for that.
Well,
as
all
well.
the X-Men they can't afford.
Yes. Yeah.
It's all the ones that
I only know it's Domino, but I don't know the rest.
Domino, and there's Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She's in it again, isn't she?
Yeah.
And I think
Colossus should be, but I didn't see him in there.
he's probably driving, mate.
Yeah. Pretty good driver. He's known for that, isn't he?
Big silver driver.
Yeah. Ben Affleck knows.
Ben Affleck. Small mouth.
Well, that's Hilary Swank. But...
No, she's got a big mouth.
Okay, so that obviously Deadpool 2 coming out in May, as you said. And final bit of film news. Something interesting I saw this week is Men in Black is returning in some capacity. I don't know what, so Harry's going to have to find this out for us.
Yeah.
But I believe Men in Black is returning, and they do have a director potentially.
Apparently, they're close to securing a director.
Securing it, like
just-
some sort of like kidnapping.
Going on
Yeah.
luck.
Who wants to direct this?
Who would want to direct it?
I don't know.
Poison Chalice.
Because
Give it to that Rob Letterman, whatever his name is, the guy who's doing Detective Pikachu.
Oh fuck.
He's got time on his hands.
Yeah.
He doesn't
for
mind.
half
He's got no
CGI,
morals.
Half no.
Where's that guy's pride?
Oh shit! It's the guy who did Straight Outta Compton,
Oh okay.
Wow.
which is a good movie.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Wasn't expecting that.
Gary Gray.
Well, there we go.
What a name.
Okay, what is what type of film is this? We got a spin-off or something?
Yeah, so it's all it says is will be a spin-off from the original trilogy.
Not starring-
So yeah, probably not.
Not starring Will Smith and Josh Brolin, I guess. Well, Josh Brolin was K as a 30-year-old man.
Back in time, yeah.
I don't know.
Time travel. He's time
Fair
traveling as Cable in Deadpool. We know this now.
Yes, time traveling into movies.
So, oh well.
He's got his fingers in every pie.
Yeah. What's going on? Sorry, yeah, just on a Josh Brolin thing. Josh Brolin, something we didn't mention with the Deadpool trailer. Josh Brolin is in Deadpool as Cable, but he is also Thanos in the Avengers universe. So, and obviously now Deadpool will be part of Fox. Is now going to be part of.
I don't think they'll ever cross over.
No.
Do you know?
No.
Which I think is probably quite meta.
It would be pointless. It would be pointless for Deadpool to cross over and then have to not be R-rated.
So then I suppose it is quite cool that the fact is they've got Cable is also.
So Cable can just be a part of that. Oh yeah, they could get a Cable. To be honest, I think the way they'll go with X-Men and Cable and Deadpool and things like that, I think they'll just make TV shows out of them for Disney. I don't think they'll do crossover films.
Yeah.
Or if they go into alternate universes or whatever, they'll bring them out. But I don't think they'll. Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, I don't think will do it. This makes money on its own, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does really well. As was proven.
I don't think there's any need for it to really cross over.
No.
And besides, you can't say fuck.
Oh, you can. You can. Sorry, Mum and Dad. Sorry. If you're listening, I don't know. Is that listening?
I don't know.
This is a cry for help. If you see my parents. No, I'm joking. I know they're all right. Dad's had a hip operation this week. Yeah, my dad's had a hip operation.
Is he okay?
Hip. Yeah, he's hobbling. Bless him.
Does he like hip hop?
Is it
dreadful? Leaves the dad jokes to me, literally about my dad.
Dad.
Right, let's delve into some TV news though. It's been a bit dry week. I suppose you could say that the Game of Thrones Star Wars films bit was a bit of TV news, but it kind of wasn't.
I'd say so.
There were some TV trailers.
Well, there was, but
Super Bowl.
But
for what?
Well, go on, hit us.
Is it Castle Rock, the Stephen King?
This is
original.
Oh, okay.
There was great. And there was Westworld, wasn't there?
Castle Rock.
True.
And Westworld, yeah.
But I haven't seen Westworld. Apparently, it's
really good.
Apparently, everyone tells me it is really good.
Huh? Yeah, but it's HBO. I don't know. To watch it, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Unless you're with Sky.
Well, it's on Sky, but
it's on Now TV.
It's not always on Sky, and it'll probably be on there for a day, and then you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Bit of other TV news, and I mean, this is just I picked some headlines, but I don't necessarily know too much about them. So this is going to be quite fun.
Okay.
I've got 4 words here, and I don't know too much necessarily about the subject matter.
I like it.
Roswell is coming back.
But you don't know anything about it.
I know Roswell was a TV series from the 90s.
Yeah,
so
Dido,
maybe...
mate. Dido did the fucking soundtrack.
Dido? Oh, we said Dino. Like Dino. Who's Dino? Really?
Someone watched Roswell.
I used to. Yeah, it used to be on Sky One when I come home from school.
Here we go. It's all coming out of the woodwork now.
I think it used to be on when Buffy, The Simpsons, and Fresh Prince was on, like BBC Two.
What, at the same time?
No.
Oh, and you go a bit.
Yeah, just one over the other.
Yeah, like different channels.
No. It used to all be on BBC Two. Like,
did it
for like an afternoon? On a, like.
Was that before or after news round?
After.
It would be after news round.
Yeah. With
Lizzo. I think it might be like a Saturday or something. I might be totally wrong. They might have been totally different days. Or, no, I think Buffy and Roswell used to swap. So when Buffy wasn't on, Roswell would be
What was Roswell about, Sean?
Aliens.
Well, there we go. Aliens and Roswell are coming back. So
what do you mean, what's Roswell about? What else would it be about?
I don't know. A person called Roswell.
Famous, isn't it?
A person called Roswell?
Roswell.
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah, it's about aliens. Well, it was about kids that were aliens, but they went to school and
X-Men.
They had powers and shit.
No. X-Force.
Aliens.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Don't mug off Roswell.
Well, there we go.
I mean, are people excited about that? Is that a thing?
I mean, 2 out of 3 of us aren't.
Sure. Wait,
I don't care.
Sean's not excited either. So.
Deep down, he
care. Yeah. Well, you can't ruin a classic, so.
You can.
Well, you can with a new series.
Well, yeah, I won't watch it.
You can. Star Wars.
No minute.
Yeah.
Prime example. The first 15 minutes of this podcast.
Yeah, fair.
A bit of another reboot / kind of taking something and putting it on the screen, small screen. LA Confidential is now set to be turned into a TV series.
Yeah.
I think that's probably got something to do with the fact that Spacey was in LA Confidential.
So they want to
let's do it again.
Well,
but it's great. It's really good.
I think it'd make a good show.
Well, yeah. CBS have already ordered an initial pilot episode.
CBS.
But that's where I'm out.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard CBS, I was like, forget it.
Yeah, CBS.
Such a TV snob, aren't you?
It's hard not to be because you see the stuff that they produce. I think they did a Star Trek. Did they do the whatever it is, a new Star Trek thing that's on Netflix here.
Yeah, what, it's just Discovery.
Yeah.
I don't mind
either way,
it.
it's just
I
bad.
don't mind it, but what's
don't know.
CBS normally? Is that normally like CSI and shit?
Well, is this? I mean, this might help. The script for that episode has been written by Gotham and The Mentalist scriptwriter Jordan Harper. So maybe that guy. I mean, is The Mentalist?
Yeah.
on
So
CBS?
if it's going to be like those, then it's because that means it won't be as dark and as good as it probably could be.
So LA Confidential could start with some sort of Who soundtrack.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I just feel like that sort of.
Is that the Who?
Yeah, that was the start of CSI.
Who are you? Who? You know what I'm saying.
But it is it's going to be set in the 1950s with a bit of a modern tone to it. See what fun.
Yeah, I'm not on board.
You're not on board.
No. I'm out.
Not on board.
I'm out.
None of us
I
are
love
on
the
board.
film, so I'm not going to bother.
Fun fact: I haven't seen the film. Don't hate me. Anyways, segueing quite nicely. Don't hate me.
You haven't seen a lot of things.
I've seen a lot of things.
I've seen things you wouldn't believe. What's that from, Luke?
Blade Runner.
Oh,
Thank you. Do I get a sweet?
You get another beer.
Oh, I'll drink this one first. Well, let me finish it off with a bit of news. Just finish it off quite nicely with a bit of funny news that I saw that I know Sean definitely knows, and it is TV related. Peaky Blinders.
What about it?
They've released some baby clothing, haven't they?
Fucking hell.
Go on, Sean, give us a nice little rant.
I'm just sick of it. Like, why is it Peaky Blinders themed everything? They didn't invent that the way that they looked in the fucking 20s.
No.
I know it's like, because it's pop. Like, I don't want a Peaky Blinders fucking festival. What is that? Where everyone gets beaten up and has razor blades in their
is
hat?
that a thing?
Yeah, there's a festival. There's a pub.
Forget it.
Peaky Blinders pub and like Peaky Blinders clothes. Like we saw Virginia today, and she said she does like baby clothes, vintage baby clothes.
Yeah.
Not once did she say fucking I do Peaky Blinders clothes. I just think it's ludicrous.
Ludicrous.
Especially as the program
featuring.
The program's not even up there with like being one of the greatest ever for me either. I think it's good. The third series was shite. So I don't know. I haven't watched the fourth, but I didn't bother.
I'd like to make it clear that Sean isn't necessarily a fan of the Peaky Blinders baby clothing range.
Yeah, but I just think it's jumping on the bandwagon. It's just annoying me.
I went down to Devon to see my parents, and they took me to a pub that wasn't just themed Peaky Blinders. It was called Peaky Blinders.
Wow.
Oh,
they just called the pub Peaky Blinders. It was a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I even asked the barmaid. I said, "Well, have you had any trouble from the BBC for this?" And they went, "No. The BBC have actually come down to film sort of something for the news for this." And I thought, what? Like, surely the people creating the TV show are going to cotton onto that, seeing it on the BBC, and then go, "Hold on a second, they can't do that." But the fact they've actually called it Peaky Blinders, I think is fantastic.
I just think it's not like Game of Thrones or Harry Potter, where this is fantasy world that you can I can understand them having a Harry Potter land because it's magic and it's different. But like, no one wants to go to Birmingham in the fucking 20s. Do they? Do they? Surely not.
I don't know. Get in touch, guys. Get in touch. Does anyone want to go to Birmingham in the 1920s?
Do they fuck? I'm just going to... Nah.
Well, that's Sean's rant over.
That's anywhere in the 1920s, actually. Not just Birmingham. It was all a shithole.
He's angry on the Peaky Blinders bathing clothing.
Yeah.
So, fair enough. That's
dressed head to toe.
Yeah.
in Peaky Blinders gear. Yeah. Wanking off Cillian Murphy.
That's a shame. That's a crying shame. But who wouldn't? He's an attractive guy.
Good in Dunkirk.
Liked him in Sunshine.
Yeah.
Is he Sunshine? Yeah, he is.
He's
Great
good.
movie.
Yeah.
Underrated.
And you can hear the sound there of Sean opening our second can. So that is the end of the news. Da, 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 the end of the news. The film and TV news featuring Super Bowl.
You get worse every week at that.
Yeah?
Yep.
Not a fan. Okay,
Nope.
cool. Second beer, Sean. Hit me. Don't hit me with the can. Just pass me the beer and then metaphorically hit me with your description and what
the can's pretty funny. It's
Isn't
like
it?
cartoon.
Looks like,
It looks
something
like
out
a
of Ren and
bunny.
Stimpy.
A bunny dressed as Whoopi Goldberg
I'm sold.
with a beard. It's called Tornado Top Hat. Banana Split
I would say that looks more like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going for. But
that does not.
Mad Hatter Brewing Company. I think it's probably the Mad Hatter, isn't it?
Okay.
Fair enough.
Wild Weather Ales. It looks okay.
It's a fun tin.
It is a fun tin.
Fun tin, whole lot of tins.
It says banana split though. Does that mean it's going to be banana flavour?
Oh. Well, I'll try it and I'll let you know. Yeah, it is.
I've had a lot of bananas in my lifetime.
Oh.
Have you, Aaron?
Gay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Started eating them again recently, so.
I love gays.
Wow. Digging yourself into our hair. That's nice.
Yeah, that is quite nice. That really tastes like bananas.
Nah, different. Yeah, take out the banana bit.
Banana split. I don't even know what a Hefeweizen.
I don't know. To me, there is some sort of banana tinge.
A tinge of banana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you will.
Yeah.
There's something there. I like it.
You like it?
I do like it.
I like one, yeah.
Wowzers. Harry
Sits nicely with me. So, following on from the news, last week we stated the cracking bit of news that Wesley Snipes, in the 90s, following on from his fantastic run of films, including New Jack City and White Men Can't Jump and Passenger 57 and Demolition Man,
Blade
was in
Demolition
line
Man
before Blade.
Oh, before
was
Blade.
in line to star in a film about Black Panther, and obviously he was going to be the titular character. T'Challa. Sounds like T'Challa. Character Black Panther. Obviously didn't go ahead, but how different times would be now. Wesley may not have been in prison for tax evasion. Who knows? Probably the main difference there, I would say. But yes, I found some interesting stuff out about this, and I'll tell you the story first, and then obviously I think what this prompted us to do, myself and Sean, was to look at some films that were just never made for one reason or another. The reason this was never made never really sort of came to light. I mean, Wesley Snipes has stated that he wasn't keen on the direction it was going in after some of it came out. So obviously take yourself back to the 90s. As I said, Wesley Snipes on this run of films. It's a time when DC were absolutely running things. That's right, Tings. You had the Batman franchise.
Sound like you're a Peaky Blinders.
Wait, what era?
The 90s.
Is that Batman and Robin?
Batman, but this is before Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin was like 98, wasn't it?
Okay, cool.
Something like that.
Next minute, Mr. Freeze. Absolutely. Let's not remind ourselves of Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, he was probably
probably
the only good thing in it.
Really?
Well, it's better than the nipples on the bat
future
suit.
governor.
Yeah.
Who'd have fucking thought?
What a time to be alive. But yeah, DC were essentially running things because you had the Superman films as well in the 70s, and obviously Batman reinvigorated as well into the 90s. The Marvel films, you had the B-list films that were like the Fantastic Four film, if you ever remember seeing that, and the Captain America film.
I'd seen a bit of the Captain America one. Obviously, the Incredible Hulk had a TV show, didn't it?
Yeah, and that had a film
popular,
which was but the films were awful. It never did enough on the big screen. So this would have been the big film that would have brought it to light. Rumors were, Boys in the Hood director John Singleton was going to be the director on board with this.
What, Black Panther?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
mate.
Black Panther.
That could have been good.
Boys in the Hood director, Wesley Snipes, top of his game. Does it get any better than this? I don't know. But Wesley Snipes said that John Singleton wanted to take it down the route of that Black Panther, obviously with his father being king and the civil rights movement that was going on in the film, the whole civil rights stuff, was that his son was going to be heavily involved with that and wasn't going to actually be a bit of an outsider with it and a bit of a rebel with it. And therefore it was going to be quite politically charged. Right. And therefore they wouldn't make the most of the technology that they had.
Okay.
Yeah. Cheers. And I think, in the end, it just didn't work out for one reason or another. But Wesley Snipes was slated as saying it probably was good that it didn't, just because it would have been like quite a politically charged Black Panther film that really would have come down to the fact that, civil rights.
Yeah, but I think
Not much superhero stuff going on. Just like, hold on, where is he fighting anyone? No, he's just walking down a street with a picket sign and just shouting at people.
I just think. I think Black Panther, the new one's supposed to be quite political, though, right?
Yeah, but I don't see many picket signs.
Undertones. But I just think the time is now to make those kind of movies because the money is just insane. And it can look good. Whereas a Wesley Snipes Black Panther, imagine him just like in some weird spandex running across like buildings in a fucking Black Panther suit. He would have looked.
It's a weird Marvel film to like try and kick it off with.
But it's because it's Wesley Snipes wanting to. It's like Black Panther's in a black superhero. Really, for that,
it wouldn't have been part of any sort of universe or anything.
No, well, they didn't have one anyway, so I don't even know if they would have been thinking in terms of it being part of something bigger.
No, I don't think so. I think
it would have just been like a one-off, or maybe they would have just made Black Panther films. I don't think they would have.
I think no, I don't think they would have included anyone else.
Just like the Batman films didn't have Superman in.
That's it. They didn't need to, did they? You know, it was a separate thing. So, as I said, that kind of spurred us on to take a look at some of the films that were never made for one reason or another in Hollywood history. I'll give you a bit of homework to take a look at this, Sean.
Yeah.
So, have you got any to hit me with so far? I've got a couple.
I've got one that's quite an obvious one, I think, but
go on.
It's Gladiator 2.
Really? Okay, I don't know this one.
Did you not know this one?
No. I don't know the ins and outs of it, so I'd be quite keen to know about this.
So you've seen Gladiator, right?
Yes.
So at the end of that, he dies. Spoiler alert. But he dies at the end of the first Gladiator, and then the story is that he dies, and then he has like battles in the underworld.
Oh, piss off.
Yeah. So he gets
not sold on that one, Harry.
No. Was it Ridley?
Yeah, but it was written by Nick Cave.
Wow.
I know. Mad, isn't it? Maximum return from the afterlife and witness major conflicts through history. That was another one. Him in like World War II in Vietnam.
Wait, what?
These were other concepts
they were
for
struggling.
it. Yeah, he was.
This is the thing. This actually got to the point of where they discussed.
Yeah, the one that I originally read was that gets sent by the gods somewhere is in purgatory. But this one I'm reading now says, return from the afterlife and witness major conflicts throughout history before settling down for a desk job at the Pentagon.
This is fantastic. I think I want to see this.
This delightful bag of refried madness was never filmed. So these were all the concepts that
I want this.
Yeah,
I wouldn't rule out this.
This sounds like
happening.
This sounds like the Fountain.
Well, Ridley Scott's gone a bit fucking nuts, hasn't he?
This is like the Fountain mixed with Gladiator. Do you know what I mean? Gladiator. This is like Russell Crowe fighting through the ages as Gladiator.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
time traveling and fighting. Doctor Who meets Gladiator.
It's pretty fucking poor.
Do you know what I mean?
It's pretty poor.
I like it. I like the sound of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
it gets my vote.
Imagine him with his like sword and his sandals running through the trenches of World War I.
I am Maximus Meridius.
Yeah, right. Hey, have you? Well, yeah, that's mine.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I've got quite an interesting one. This is one which you may have heard about, Lord of the Rings.
What? No.
This is back in the I don't know the dates of this. It must have been the 70s actually. Yeah, it would have been the 70s. The Beatles at the height of their career. After Lord of the Rings was released as a novel, or the 3 books, the film rights for it a decade later were up for grabs, and John Lennon decided to go for the rights for it.
What?
Yep. And he had ideas for the film. This is genuine, by the way. Obviously, think about this. The Beatles were riding a wave of, hard days, night, and hard work. Hard days, night?
What? Are you okay?
I've had a beer.
A hard day's night?
Thank you. And Yellow
famous Beatles album.
I've had a beer.
And
the film. I'm on about the film. And obviously they were actually doing quite well in Hollywood in terms of films. That side of things. So John Lennon thought, why not? Let's turn Lord of the Rings. Let's grab this novel and turn this into a film. He decided, I'll go for the rights to this film. And John Lennon was going to cast himself as Gollum.
No.
This can't be real.
Paul McCartney as Frodo. Ringo as Sam. and George as Gandalf. The director being
They're smoking a lot of weed then, though, weren't they?
Oh, a lot of LSD.
Yeah. No, that's like pre-LSD.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, because
a lot of the old ganja. This is just crazy ideas because of the Mary Jane.
That's when they're smoking a lot. When they because when they were making films like Help came out after Hard Day's Night, that was when they were just smoking loads of weed.
Well, the director being touted for this might just even surprise you even more. Stanley Kubrick.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I'd be on board.
Well, one of the good things about this as well, which you might like, was the fact that they were going to put all 3 books into one film.
Yeah.
Would you have liked that? I don't know. I would have liked it.
Though.
I would have liked it if they'd done that with The Hobbit.
Obviously. Yeah, obviously, but
it got me.
Mate, I just would like. Would they be walking around with Scouse accents? Like, would he be like, "My precious"? Just like,
Ringo being
normal, yeah.
Mr. Frodo.
Yeah.
Come on, we've got to go to Mordor.
Yeah, I don't really get what.
I think I do quite good Ringo, by the way.
It's better than your Troy McClure.
Yeah. My Ringo's pretty good. I'd go but Ringo as Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah. What do you mean as? He narrates.
He narrates it, yeah.
Thomas the Tank.
The Fat Controller stood on the platform and said to Thomas, "Come on now."
You seen his Skechers advert? Skechers?
No.
Who?
Ringo Starr does the adverts for Skechers. Not Thomas the Tank Engine.
Everyone's selling out.
Yeah, they're new Heelys, but it's Thomas the Tank Engine's face on the front.
Skechers, you remember them?
Yeah, mate, fucking.
They're still a thing.
Store opening.
You can still see a 45-year-old woman walking down the high street with Skechers on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pay close attention.
They are. They're terrible looking.
K-Swiss.
K-Swiss.
Okay.
K-Swiss is poor. I remember when I went to America, I thought I was like ahead of the curve by getting K-Swiss trainers.
I remember you bringing them back when we were at school.
Yeah. And I was like, mate, these don't even come out yet. Just, these aren't even out yet.
And I went,
and they're
Sean,
shit.
Sean, can you twist the tongue on that so it goes the other way around?
I'm like, can I?
Yeah, so it says K-Swiss on one side and it's a texture on the other.
Yeah, and then there's like stripes on the other side.
Yeah, sold. Yeah.
Terrible trainers.
But there we go, the Beatles in Lord of the Rings. The Beatles in Lord of the Rings. So there we go. That's a bit of a different one, but yeah. Got one for me, Sean?
I was going to go E.T. too, but there was supposed to be a Stanley Kubrick Napoleon movie.
Oh, I've heard this, and
apparently he got as far as filming locations, and he'd done all the set photos and everything.
This is after 2001: A Space Odyssey, isn't
it? Yeah. And they were willing to chuck loads of money at him, but
makes sense.
Wait, why didn't that happen?
It didn't happen
because that sounds like a.
Was that not his final one?
Oh, they released a film called Waterloo,
right?
Which was based. Yeah, so he just scrapped it.
Wouldn't happen this day and age. They wouldn't care.
No.
Yeah.
There's another Jungle Book coming out.
Well, yeah, I was going to say there's another Jungle Book. Yeah, so
Sherlock Holmes. Fine, we'll do another one.
Yeah. But,
Spider-Man. 3 years earlier, we'll do another one.
But I recently watched. Because Cassie hadn't seen 2001. So I watched the first 20 minutes of that.
Your girlfriend, Cassandra.
My girlfriend, Cassandra. She has not watched 2001. So I watched the beginning of it, and it's actually amazing. The beginning. There's no like talking or anything. It's all like the apes. But it's really good. The way it's shot is just insane.
Yeah, that would have been what he could have done with the Napoleon side.
Yeah, it's just like I would have liked to have, because obviously he did Full Metal Jacket, right?
Yeah.
So he's obviously quite accustomed to a war film,
well versed in the war game.
So it would have been, but yeah, it would have been interesting to see what he would have done with that. But,
okay.
So
well, my another pick for me is one that I hold quite dear and close to my heart. And Harry, you might know this one is Tim Burton's Superman Lives.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know this one? Good, fantastic. Oh. This is one that really, really sits well with me.
We can talk about it.
This is great. Yeah. This is this is. Can't you imagine, again, back to the 90s. I just love the 90s for these types of films because it's like just crazy to think that they've ever come up with this sort of stuff. Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Yeah, I know. I've seen
riding high on the wave of his Oscar win, though. Let's be honest, he won an Oscar and he was riding that wave.
For
what? What did he win an Oscar for?
This is for this one.
Hold on, I know this. I saw this afterwards. I know this. Hold on.
And we know you don't.
I don't know this. But he did. And
Wicker Man, was it?
No.
Is it not for No, it's not for Raising Arizona, is it?
Maybe
it was Best Supporting Actor, maybe something. I can't remember. But Anyways, Kevin Smith wrote the script. Kevin Smith of Dogma, Mallrats, Jay and Silent Bob, Clark's. Yeah. He wrote the script, which is quite interesting because you think the guy's got comedy pedigree. So what's he doing writing a Superman script?
Yeah, but he like,
loves comic books.
He loves DC. He loves Superman. He loves Batman.
Absolutely.
He does podcasts about.
Absolutely.
He won for Leaving Las Vegas. Whatever that is.
Yes.
I've never seen it.
No, I've never seen that.
So yes, this is a film. Tim Burton again. Edward Scissorhands.
Batman.
Yeah. So the guy has got superhero pedigree. He's got chops when it comes to this sort of and Kevin Smith's script, match made in heaven. Why didn't it work? Well, you've got a producer on board who had some crazy ideas. One of the key things that he didn't want in the film was he did not want Superman to fly.
What?
Yeah, the producer did not want Superman to fly in the film. Why? Make it more grounded, make it more real, nitty gritty. Who knows?
Stupid.
He's crazy. He also had a weird idea that the villains in this were going to be basically Brainiac and Doomsday. And if you know anything about the Superman films, you know that Brainiac is this alien supercomputer that is kind of disguised as an alien, looks like an alien, whatever. But a standard alien is absolutely fine. This guy wanted the massive alien head to be attached to spider-leg body. Yeah.
This is just producers being like, I want this, and it's dumb, and people are just like,
I know.
Okay, well, I'm not doing it then. This is like, okay. He's like, what about spiders? It's like, no. It's like, why?
Won't surprise you that the guy probably had involvement in Wild Wild West.
And he got his Spider-Man, right?
There we go.
Fuck's sake.
And
Wild West.
but yes, so the story was going to be Nick Cage as Superman, and then it was going to be that Brainiac and Doomsday combined to kill Superman. He's killed in some way by Doomsday or Brainiac. Brainiac blocks out the sun, so it stops Krypton. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, all these complications made it didn't happen. But you can see pictures of
Nicolas Cage. I was going to say, have you seen the pictures
Superman
with his long hair?
The problem is this is how the internet can ruin stuff. Okay, there was a photo of Nick Cage that was released back in like 2004. It was maybe like 2008 in the Superman suit. It looked awful. He looked like a crack addict in a Superman outfit, like on Halloween. Okay.
Yeah. On Halloween. If you're a crack addict, you're going to be dressed as Superman all the time, though, right? It's like, mate, I found this. Yeah, like, I found this.
I feel like Superman when I'm doing it anyway, so why
not?
Yeah.
I'm just like Superman, right?
Like, no, you're in a scarf, and just the scarf.
Put your dick away. You're in a scarf.
But there's other photos of him in this suit, and he actually looks fantastic in it.
No, he doesn't.
Does he?
Honestly, he does. Yeah, I think he does.
No.
I think he can get away with it.
I've seen the.
Sean, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't, mate. He doesn't. Cool. He doesn't. I've seen the.
Fine.
Have you not seen the documentary?
Superman Lives. The Death of Superman Lives. I think it's called.
Yeah. And if you're talking about the way he looked in the suit in that,
I think he looks great.
He looks terrible.
Well, I think he looks
with that
great.
scraggly long witch's hair that he's got as well.
Well, that's just my opinion, man.
And the suit has got like lights on it. Right?
No.
Yeah, it's got like lights and stuff on it.
No, I don't know what you're.
Mate, I don't know what your love is for Nicolas Cage, but
he's great.
He's there.
B's A B C D E F G.
A peach. I could have a peach for hours.
Why is he Irish?
That's what he says.
Sounds like Littlefinger.
Did we did ET 2?
Wow.
Did we do that?
Hit me with ET 2. I don't know too much on this.
ET 2 was like they get kidnapped by evil aliens, and then they have to.
We don't need evil aliens. We had a nice homely story with this one. You had a nice feel-good story.
We had evil human beings.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah, evil aliens scare me.
But evil aliens scare you.
That was weird, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
You okay?
It's all coming out now. Evil aliens scare me, man.
Yeah, but so Elliot would get kidnapped, and then they would have to contact ET to save them. But the thing that when I first read about it, I was just thinking, ET wasn't very good at doing stuff. Like
he's pretty good at hiding in a closet when there's teddy bears around him.
Yeah, and he's pretty good. I think he can like heal, can't he? Can he heal? Can he heal stuff?
In a way.
But what I'm saying is,
can't we all?
You wouldn't like want him in a fight, would you? It's just like evil aliens have kidnapped us. I know who will ring the man that can extend his neck really high and then waddle about.
He's got a light finger.
Yeah. It's you can make him fly.
Yeah. Now that's a good skill.
But other than that, he's pretty useless, though, right?
I suppose.
He's cute. He's cute, though, isn't he? So, but But yeah, Spielberg actually went about the film when it didn't go forward. He said it would do nothing but rob the original of its virginity.
Virginity?
That's what he...
Jesus Christ, Spielberg.
That's what he said.
That's a bit deep, isn't it? Very strong words.
But I think he was probably right not to do it.
Treating E.T. like it's some sort of teenage boy.
But then again, this is a man... What?
Or girl, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Did you rob a boy of his virginity?
I'm not... Nah, well... You can start rumours all you want. Ben Affleck did.
Small world. The thing is, I don't know why he's got so much problem with this, but then he made fucking Crystal Skull.
And he was going to make another one.
Yeah, I think he still is.
There was another one that's cancelled.
Oh yeah, I've
Indiana Jones and the Monkey something.
The Monkey King.
Yeah.
Which was supposed to be made before Last Crusade.
So segueing into this, another cancelled film or a film that was never made, Indiana Jones and the what? Monkey.
And the Monkey King.
Yeah.
The film would have featured Jones going to Africa in search of the city housing the Fountain of Youth. But I think it was because after Temple of Doom didn't do so well with critics, they just went back to Nazis. I think that was basically...
Stick with what you know.
I think that's just what they did. They were like, right, this...
Tried and tested.
Temple and Doom not do well?
Well, not in terms of the critics.
Right.
I don't think they liked... But obviously, so they just went back to the Nazis being the bad guys.
Huh.
But Last Crusade's great. I think Temple of Doom's quite good.
I thought it was funny. As a kid, I fucking loved it.
As a kid I did, yeah. And that's when they goes into that room, there's all the bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Monkey brain. They ate a monkey brain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. Snakes on the table.
Yeah. All that.
Well, okay. Well, a couple of. I mean, Harry, you might have picked up some, so I'm gonna let you take the floor. Maybe with have you got anything you want to chuck in?
What films that were never made? Yeah. One I just remembered.
Go on.
It's not like a novelty one. One I wanted to see.
Go on.
Was Darren Aronofsky was gonna do
Batman Year One.
No, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was gonna do a film about Washington.
Wow.
George Washington.
Really? Oh, really?
The General. And
yeah, I've got that.
Oh, have you? I don't know why it never happened, but
I mean, you don't have it, Sean. It was never made.
Yeah, you know what I'm fucking saying.
But yeah, I don't know everything about that. Just
I think it's just because it's Darren Aronofsky, though, isn't it? So you kind of just like whatever he does, you kind of want to see.
Yeah.
Because he's
pretty abstract.
He's got a good range.
Which I can imagine, which is why it didn't get done.
And it was round about the time that Lincoln came out, or after. So I was,
pumped.
I was all in on it.
Yeah.
And,
did you like Lincoln?
I did, yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis. I watched it the other night. Yeah. First time I've ever seen it.
Can't do wrong. It's good, isn't it?
It is good. Yeah, it is good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's good in that as well.
He's in it, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he was quite good in that. I think it's his son.
Robin.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Robin.
Spoiler.
Oh, don't ruin that one for people. Well, just following on from Darren Aronofsky, your point there made about Washington or General. The General, was it called The General?
General.
There was going to be a Darren Aronofsky
Batman Year One.
Batman Year One, which in terms of the Batman, I suppose, material is with films of the material, it's up there. If you know about it, the George Miller.
Yeah, it's the one. When I wanted to read Batman, I got given Year One.
Absolutely, so did I.
And it's because it's the best origin, I think.
This is old man sort of stuff in it. Like, have you ever seen the?
No, that's Dark Knight Returns. Is like when he's old.
No, not that one. I'm thinking of something else.
Year One is where he's quite young. It's where he just comes to first starts with Batman.
What Darren Aronofsky was going to do was this was going to be a real. This really did actually snowball into the Batman Begins and Dark Knight franchises that obviously Christopher Nolan ran with. But Darren Aronofsky, it was going to take place obviously after his parents' murder, Bruce Wayne's parents murdering, and he was going to be actually some of the stuff that comes out of this storyline were great. He was going to be living above a garage, and he was going to have the Batmobile was going to be this Lincoln that was going to be done up. He was also going to have Alfred and that living with him.
Yeah.
A lot of like chemical bombs and chemical like warfare and stuff like that going on as well. He eventually gets to that point. I mean, he starts beating up criminals with a ring on his finger that's got like the W imprinted on it, but it's distorted, so it looks like a bat wing or it looks like a bat, and that's what starts him off. So that's what starts him off. He's like, this is an R-rated film. This is like there's a lot of brutal stuff in this film, and that's what. obviously led to the Christopher Nolan films. Eventually, he dons the costume, starts fighting crime in that way. But the studio pulled it because they were like, "This
That's
is
more
way."
of a. It was supposed to be like a Batman Beyond, though, wasn't it? Like it didn't. It was supposed to be like year one, but then because that's not year one.
Yeah.
So that's but like.
Yeah. It was based on year one, but it was definitely.
Yeah. It was going to be.
You're correct.
Yeah. But I would have liked to have seen that. I mean, Darren Aronofsky is good. Pretty good.
I mean, I'd love to see a real R-rated Batman films. But I'd like to say the Dark Knight franchise was at times really dark, and there was a lot of like blood, and do you know what I mean? It was good. It was good from that point of view. But to see an R-rated one would be great. But yes, that was another one. Just following on from what you said. But my final one, I'd like to finish things off on, is something I'd never ever heard of before, but it really, really interested me. A real kind of poison chalice of a film, and something that just like really, really weirded me out. It was a film by Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis, the guy Ghostbusters.
Yep.
He was going to do a comedy called Confederacy of Dunces. And originally this was a film. It was about I'll read it. An educated but slothful 30-year-old man still living with his mother in the city's uptown neighborhood, who, due to an incident earlier on, must set out to get a job. So it's a comedy film, like, that sort of stuff. Harold Ramis, great writer, great director in terms of comedy films. It was going to be starring John Belushi.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, there it is.
John Belushi died during production.
Oh, no. He was nuts, though.
Belushi was later replaced by John Candy.
Oh, mate.
John Candy then also died.
He did it.
Oh, no.
Shit.
John Candy was later replaced by Chris Farley, who, for listeners of the show who don't know, Chris Farley from Saturday Night Live, another bigger man, comedian, he died. A proper curse of a film like Poison Chalice.
Yeah.
Obviously,
he needs to stop picking overweight actors
Well,
who are addicted to drugs.
So Harold Ramis looked at it and went, you should maybe not look at this. But, I mean, to finish us off on maybe a lighter note, is there maybe some actors or comedy actors that you would have maybe chose for that? To be like, do you know what? It is a Poison Chalice. Maybe I'll give it to this guy because he might...
Adam Sandler.
Which leads us nicely into our third and final part. So, I mean, there we go. Our movies that were never made. Did we miss any off our bit of discussion there? Was there anything that we should bring to the forelight?
There was going to be an Alexander the Great film with Leonardo DiCaprio,
which in the end they went
ended
for
up
Colin
being
Farrell.
Alexander, yeah, which is Colin Farrell.
Shame. But obviously,
that's pretty devo because,
That's
you love Leo. You love Leo, don't you?
That is
a shame.
I like Colin.
Yeah, but not in that.
But yeah,
and he played a bit of a wuss in that. He was a bit like he's a bit of a wetty in that film.
A wetty.
I haven't seen it since it came out. I couldn't tell you anything.
It probably doesn't hold up. But there we go. Movies that were never made. As I said, have we missed any off the list? Are there some that you wish that were never made, that were made, that obviously have that kind of production issues going on, like we've got going on with Solo at the moment? Do you know what I mean? So we'll see how Solo pans out, and we'll see some of your discussions that come in on this. But let's finish off with our third and final beer, going into Sean's 3 and Under review for the week as well. What have you got for us, Sean?
This is called Collision. It's Unity Brewery, Brewing Co., which is local.
Unity is local.
Unity.
Well, it's a proper local brewery, that, isn't it?
It's even the docks on the can.
Can you see Sam from the docks?
I think I can see him on the crane on the docks. This is 6.2. This is quite wrecking gear, really.
Oh, Jesus.
Harry's keen, though. There it is.
Roy Keane.
Oh, thank you. Here you go, Luke.
Oh, thank you.
This is a South Coast, what is it? IPA.
It's another great tin.
Yeah, these have been good, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's all about cans. Get a couple of cans.
This one's
smells good. Fragrant. I'm getting notes of is that Shirley I can smell there? Is that Bitten?
Who's
Bitten Triangle?
I thought it was a woman called Shirley. I was like, all right, mate. straight in.
Oh, that's decent.
It's
That
nice,
is
isn't it?
decent. That is one of those beers. I'll be really happy on a Saturday afternoon then. What do you reckon, Harry?
Oh god.
Yeah, the rest, mate.
You're right with that, are you?
Yeah. What? What's that?
You're right with that?
Well, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, bloody lovely. This one.
Is that touching the sides for you?
Barely.
How about you, Sean? You right?
Yeah, it's right.
It's actually really nice. Like
It
real
is
talk.
very nice.
Yeah. Real talk.
Congratulations, Unity, on Collision.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Strongly recommend. I think you can get this in some of your local.
You can get it in
supermarkets
a
as well.
co-op. You can definitely get it in co-op at the moment.
I've noticed that.
What, that weird one down there?
That one, yeah, the weird one.
That's
down
all,
there.
yeah, spicy down there.
The student one that has
Yeah.
TGI Fridays crisps in it
Oh yeah.
and M&M's pretzels.
Yeah, it's got those decent pretzel pieces. You know,
Yeah.
whatever they're called.
They have sandwiches that are definitely not the one you had today.
No,
They
yeah,
have ones that are so handmade.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I used to
"Should we put
buy the handmade bagel ones for when I worked. I used to get the bus from the train
It's
station.
really-
To get them from there because they're not called co-ops. They're called like Welcome.
Yeah.
It's the type of place you can buy a vegetable samosa that has like some
So-
miscellaneous packaging on it.
Sure. Yeah.
Lamb samosa with 40% lamb in it.
yeah,
Why is
yeah.
it not 100% lamb?
That's spot on, man.
I don't know. Okay, Sean. So, final act of this podcast. What have you got for us on R3 and Under? I set you the fantastic task of watching, instead of a parody film this week, I left you with the Adam Sandler starring Going Overboard?
Man Overboard.
Man Overboard?
Yeah.
Is it?
I thought it was
I
Going
thought
Overboard.
it was going over. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't you both shut the fuck up?
It's definitely Going Overboard. Was it that? You've lost it, haven't you, Sean, already? It's that third beer. Oh dear.
I swear it's Man Overboard.
Nah,
I
go
said
it.
Blink 182.
Yeah. You're pining for easier
It
times.
is.
Listen to Blink 182.
I wish it was Man Overboard. Nah, I think it is Going Overboard.
Going Overboard, the Adam Sandler starring.
Oh, just looking at the fucking poster annoys me. So yeah, I'll start off with what this is supposed to be about.
Go on. It's not a parody, for one.
No. Well, that's up for debate. So it's supposed to be the thing that is said on the like the synopsis was there's a terrorist organization send some people to kill a beauty pageant contestant for making fun of him. But this is the thing that got me, right? So he's watching a video of Going Overboard. And then the Australian bird comes, this was Miss Australia.
His own film.
No. Yeah, but this is it. So he's watching a video which is called like Schmecky Going Overboard. The mate is called Schmecky. It's Adam
That
Sandler.
is so Adam Sandler, isn't it?
Right. And then all of a sudden there's some beauty pageants on the screen. I don't really get why. And they're talking about what world peace and shit. And he's watching this film. And right at the beginning of the film, there's a bit where Adam Sandler comes to the camera, and I think he's talking to someone, but it's not. He's broken the fourth wall, and he talks to the audience, and he does so throughout the whole fucking film. And I was so annoyed by the end. I hated it. I fucking hated it.
Deadpool before Deadpool.
Yeah. There's like jokes about having no budget. And I don't know if that's because they knew they didn't have any budget. So they're kind of like easing you in. It's really badly dubbed as well. Like
really?
So
like The Room?
No, like so yeah. So it's kind of like they've re-recorded the speech, but they can't get it right. So it's all like the lips kind of move out of sync. Oh my god. And there's the extras at the beginning as well. They've got this. There's this part where the extras he's supposed to be a waiter, Adam Sandler, and he's supposed to get drinks for people. And they're like, "Give me my fucking drink, great, give me my drink." But then after they say they lied, they start smiling and looking into the camera. So it's like a drama production. It's literally, so they start going. So they're like, go get my drink."
I like that
And
though.
then
Why do you not like that? Come on.
Because it's not supposed to be what's happening.
But come on. You've got to say you enjoy that more than the parody stuff.
Nah.
How do you not enjoy that more than
This was
Meet the
harder.
Spartans?
This was harder.
How do you not enjoy that? That's like real bad. That is like good.
No.
Like I love that sort of stuff.
Well, then you can watch this fucking movie.
I don't know.
Let me finish anyway.
Okay.
I can talk about your thoughts on it when you watch it later, shall we?
Yeah, go on then.
You ain't gonna watch it.
No, I might do.
Yeah. So there's a comedian. Adam Sandler's trying to be a stand-up comedian.
Right.
But he's a waiter on a cruise ship.
It's a bit like Funny People.
And he's yeah.
On a cruise.
On a cruise. And then there's a point where the guy who's the comedian on the cruise ship is telling jokes. He's surrounded by women. And from the start, he talks about the only reason why they're doing this film is because they had a boat and they've got access to loads of beautiful women. That's what they say from the outset. And there's a bit where a comedian is talking surrounded by what looks like 20 women in bikinis. And he's supposed to be telling jokes to make himself look good. So he's telling joke after joke and they're all laughing. None of them are laughing. And they're going, but it's dubbed with like laughter.
Wow.
Ow.
Yeah. And this is 10 minutes in. There's a lot of explaining the plot because it's like him talking to his friend, but I still didn't have a clue what was happening.
Got you.
Like, it keeps cutting to the general, the guy who's the head of this terrorist organization, watching the movie.
What movies are you watching?
He's watching Adam Sandler. So he's put the video in, and then the film starts playing. It's Adam Sandler,
right?
But then he watches the bit where one of the beauty pageant contestants takes the piss out of him. He sends these two guys, these two dopey fucking terrorist guys, who, by the way, are supposed to be Spanish, and they're both called Ahmed, and they look Asian. Yeah, right. So, but then when he sends them to go to the cruise ship to stop whatever's happening, they then appear on his TV on the video.
So he's watching like a live stream,
but it's a video he put in.
It's all wrong.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, women just, there's one point where the women, it just goes, let's cut to a montage of girls in bikinis. And there's just, and all the scenes are slightly too long. So the montage goes on, and you wouldn't think 5 minutes is a long time, but to see a shot of a woman getting out of the pool and her ass, and a woman getting out of the pool, and it just keeps going around in circles. And I'm just like, when does it doesn't end? All the scenes are far too long.
I hate that sort of stuff. When scenes are way too long, you're looking around the room.
It was all just too long. There's a guy who is supposed to play a rock star, like a Motley Crue style rock star. He's the fucking worst. He is literally the worst. There's a bit where Adam Sandler says, "Oh, I wonder where I'll be in 10 years." So I've quickly paused it, looked up what Adam Sandler did 10 years later.
Go on.
And he did Big Daddy.
Hey, things got better for him.
And you're like, that's not too bad. But then you look either side of it, and it's like Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, and it's like this all spawned from this shit. But like those films were, even if you don't, whatever you think about those films, they're actually not that bad.
No, I think they're great.
Yeah, they're like funny, like genuine laughs. But it seems like this is SNL. This whole thing is a skit that should be 5 minutes long. That it's an hour and 40 minutes as well, which is a long time for a shit film.
They do that with that stuff, though, don't they, on SNL? They try to really be like, well, that's a funny skit. Let's turn it into a film, and it will just go on for ages. But they used to. I know they used to.
Yeah, but but literally, Big Daddy seems like Citizen Kane now.
Nice.
Because of this movie, and
the Citizen Kane of Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, basically, yeah. There's a Rocky parody in it, even though the guy that is one of the guys from Rocky is the general in this film. That's just a bit weird. Everything took forever. I've already said that. The accents and stuff on the terrorists that are called Ahmed, even though they're from Spain, that just fucking wound me up. And I still didn't really know what the storyline was.
So, all in all,
I haven't even mentioned Billy Zane yet, or Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Zane just pops up as the king of the ocean.
Nice.
King Neptune, and tells him that he can be a good comedian. Billy Bob Thornton looks like a groupie from like a Motley Crue concert, but he has like 2 lines in the film, and he heckles him from the audience. And it's just really bad. It's just it's so painfully bad that I nearly turned it off.
Okay.
More than once.
Takes me to my next question. Is it better or worse than Meet the Spartans?
Worse.
It's worse than
because
Meet the Spartans.
At least Meet the Spartans was a parody and it knew it.
Okay.
Like it's parodying loads of shit. So at least I could be like, fine, it's a parody. This, I have no idea what it was. Okay. And I think it was trying to be funny.
Well, I think what makes sense is that we need to do a Luke and Sean list in terms of are 3 and under films
and
from
wearing
now
codes.
on. Where they go. Yeah. So we're
like
gonna
Top Gear.
not like Top Gear.
With the
we're not like Top Gear.
No, but
with
no.
thing.
You know, with the where they put the time limits in.
Yeah.
I think we should start that.
You were.
This is fucking top for me.
1 hour.
Really?
Yeah, this is top so far. This is the worst film I've ever seen. Maybe other than the film I've got next for whoever does it 3 and under, which is you.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So there we go. Sean's take on Going Overboard, starring, and I lose the term starring loosely. Apparently.
I wish Carmen Electra would have just showed up once.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. No Carmen Electra then.
Pointless.
Our 3 and under saviour. I mean, this is why it's probably the worst one out of the 4 so far. There was no Carmen Electra.
No, and the thing is, the reason why I hated it so much was because
Electra.
it was trying to be a movie. At least the parodies, they know their shit. So you could there's a bunch of stoners laughing somewhere. This, I don't know. You have to watch 10 minutes of it for me, and please tell me.
Okay, so this is we could go really in depth here, because then my argument to that is that Pledge This, and I'm always going to talk about Pledge This because at the moment it's the holy grail. It's the holy grail of bad films for me at the moment. Pledge This. The flip side of that is Pledge This tries to be a film. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but it's shit.
And I want to show you it because now I'm unsure if you would see it as if it's trying to be a good film, or maybe it does parody stuff, because it's so bad that maybe it is parodying stuff.
No, I was probably trying to be a movie, but it's just shit.
Yeah, but it's
stop putting pledges on a pedestal.
It's on a pedestal
every week.
It's great.
Just stop.
It's getting up there. It's up there. It's number 1 for me in terms of the worst films that we've seen so far. So what have you got for me, Sean, this week?
This next one, I just want to give you a list of, first, the Razzies it won.
Go on.
So it won Worst Picture of the Decade.
Check.
And Worst Actor of the Decade.
This is Spice Girls the movie.
Worst Drama of our first 25 years of Razzies. It won. So that was like...
Have you seen it?
I've seen this, unfortunately.
Wow.
So it won Worst Picture of the Decade after it won Worst Drama of the first 25 years. It won Worst Picture in 2001. It won all its categories basically when it came out.
Worst Picture in 2001.
And then it won so Worst Picture 2001, Worst Drama of the first 25 years 2005, and then Worst Picture of the Decade in 2010. So it kept winning.
Does it star John Travolta?
Yes.
Is it called Battlefield
Earth?
Oh God. Have you heard about this, Harry?
And seriously,
no.
So it's...
I think I remember hearing
it's when they try to pump money in. It's like Scientology propaganda.
I know bits about this film.
So it's a Ron Hubbard novel that I think they base the religion on.
John Travolta plays a man, basically. He plays the guy who's got do you remember Star Trek and the guy who had the creasy forehead? Yeah. I don't know what the guy is. He speaks Klingon. I don't know. No. And then he's got dreadlocks. So it's John Travolta in dreadlocks.
It's fucking terrible.
But you've seen it?
I've seen. Yeah, I watched it years ago.
Yeah.
Well, no. I watched it years ago with a couple of mates to try and be because obviously it won so many. I think it was when it won worst film in the first 25 years. I was I'm just gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it.
I've got to be honest. I'm not looking forward to this.
It's fucking
I've been putting this. I've been putting this off for years.
So if I thought Going Overboard was bad because it was trying to be a film, this is genuinely tried to start a franchise.
Yep.
There was another 2 touted after this, and these guys genuinely thought this was good.
I mean, this had a huge cinema release.
Massive, yeah.
Did this have? Who else did it have in it? Forrest Whitaker.
Ugh. That Barry Pepper who was in the sniper in Saving Private Ryan.
Forrest Whitaker basically played the same guy that he played in Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah, kind of.
Just with no dreads.
It's got the dude from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, that guy who's...
that guy.
His right-hand man, Ron Perlman's right-hand man.
Oh, Ron Perlman. So it's just big dudes with big heads.
Ron Perlman's not in it. Although you do have to have a massive head to be in this.
Yeah.
But Luke, seriously, it's going to be bad.
I mean, it did dreadful in the box office.
Well, there we go. So I'm going to have to, finish off next week's show with a 3 and under review of, what's it called? Battlefield Earth. Oh, God.
The state of the artwork. Good luck, mate.
Cheers, Harry.
He's got green eyes. Blue face and green eyes.
Yeah.
That's racist, isn't it?
No.
I'm getting this whole racism thing wrong. It looks like a PlayStation 1 like game. That's what it looks like. Do you know what I mean?
I bet it was a game.
Yeah, probably. Oh, mate. Fuck knows what the game would
We'll
have been
put a photo up of this on the Facebook and Instagram because this is a pretty awful one. This is up there. This is definitely up there. This is in 3 and under. This is 1.
No. The most annoying thing about this film is this is apparently better than Going Overboard.
What on IMDb?
2.4 out of 10.
Well, I'll tell you because I'll probably watch both. No, I won't watch both.
Mate, do me a favour, please. Watch 10 minutes of Going Overboard. Just watch, start anywhere. Don't start at the beginning. Just I'll
get back to you
after 10 minutes of 10 minutes in, then start and just watch. See how much you can get through.
Do you ever think that both of these films are someone's favourite film?
Yeah.
Someone out there, some maniac.
There is someone somewhere. Yeah.
Imagine if there was someone whose favourite film was and when they have to describe it to their friends, they go around the group and they're like, "What's your favourite film?" Someone's like, Citizen Kane. What's your favourite film? Terminator 2, Judgment Day. What's your favourite film? And they're like, Dark Knight. And everyone's like, it's a bit too modern for me. That's cool. And then it comes around to them and they're like, Battlefield Earth.
And then
everyone just goes,
they got the big head on with dreads.
And everyone just turns to them like, sorry, do you mean that John Travolta Dread film?
Yeah. You mean that one where he looks a bit like a xenomorph but with dreads?
That's the one. You seen it?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, mate. I don't know what usually do that,
Just like, what's your
fucking full cosplay at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
What's your favourite comedy? Dumb and Dumber, Superbad. I really like National Lampoon's Vacation. Okay, it's a bit of an old school one. Not that great, bit family, but that's cool.
I also like Battlefield Earth.
I really like Going Overboard.
What's that?
So there we go. Battlefield Earth, I'll be reviewing that next week, reviewing Loose Term, probably slating it, but who knows? Because I like Pledge This. And we'll be back next week. I
think it's on Amazon Prime.
Thank God. Sweet.
Why?
I like it when it's easy to find. I really like it when it's easy to find. It's so good when it's easy to find. But also, the good thing about Pledge This was the whole searching for the cross and the whole...
Could you shut the fuck up about Pledge This?
Pledge This is
I'm going to have to watch this.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
It's great. A lot of softcore porn in Hollywood. So... I sound like such a nerd when I said that. That was real nasally. There's a lot of Hollywood ants, and you can get to see her boobs. And
you always sound Canadian.
Just a side note, I just checked Adam Sandler's net worth. Any guesses?
55 million.
Cute.
Cute. What, as in there's more?
1 billion.
No, well,
come on.
That's mental, isn't it? That ruins the game.
That ruins the game. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
340 million.
340 million.
Ludicrous.
So,
blame grown-ups.
I blame Netflix.
Grown-ups too.
Yeah.
Netflix, yeah.
They gave them loads. They
did, didn't they, for that Ridiculous 8 movie or whatever it's called.
Ridiculous 6, yeah.
Well, there we go. Thank you again for listening in. And as we said, if we've missed out any movies that were never made for one reason or another, and if there's any TV shows that were never made for one reason or another, and you want to tell us why, give us a shout. We're on Facebook, Glass Half Film, Instagram, Twitter, the same. You can catch us, drop in an email as well, aglasshalffilm@gmail.com.
Yes.
And if there's any beers that you want us to try next week, obviously drop us a line as well. Harry, thank you for stepping away from
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
the back office. We're gonna send you away back to the social media engine room, as I called it.
Sure.
There's no engine in there.
No.
It's your flat.
There's no engine.
I'm sorry.
It's just a room.
It's just your room. I'm sorry. And I'll be back next week with Sean again. We'll be talking movie news. We'll have a different subject. We've got nothing lined up yet, have we?
I think we should do a whole episode about Battlefield Earth.
God. We'll see how it goes. You never know.
Excited.
Plot twist. I might enjoy it. So
if you enjoy it, I quit this podcast.
It's just me. Welcome to a Glass Half Film, but me, Luke.
I'm just saying, I'm totally...
Just me just talking film to people.
I think I'd get so wound up with you trying to tell me why you liked it, I'd just walk out. I honestly think I would.
Interesting.
That doesn't mean you should, just to wind me up.
Okay, interesting. But thank you again. And as we said, follow us, subscribe, like us, share us, play us really loud from your bedroom so that your mum tells you to turn it down. You bloody bastard.
Turn it up.
Turn it up because she might like our voices.
next minute you're married to my mum.
Fingers crossed. Anyways, well, good night and thank you again